Shalom, Most High, Christ bless. Hope everybody having a good night. All right, good Monday. We about to deal with the adultery demon part 2. All right, we dealt with part 1 last week. We did a radio show dealing with the topic yesterday. So we covered a lot of this stuff, Lord's willing. Brothers and sisters get what they need out of this to be able to fight this demon going forward, because we're going to have to move on to other demons to address biblically in spirits that you want to have. So. Adultery demon part 2. Let's start out with Susanna chapter 1, verse 1.
The history of Susanna, chapter 1 and verse 1.
And send up prayers that, Satan, stop messing with us and this class and, little creatures flying around and stuff like that. Lord's willing, we be able to peacefully bring this class out and get it over with. All right, Susanna chapter 1, verse 1.
There dwelt a man in Babylon called Joachim, and he took a wife whose name was Susanna, the daughter of Chelcias, a very fair woman and one that feared the Lord.
Right, so this man named Joachim took a wife, the daughter of another man, and she was very, very beautiful. And that show you, like, biblically, what comes first. You know what I'm saying? In today's society now, it's all about the woman. It's all about, da-da-da-da. In the Bible, the way it introduced this woman, even though the book is about her, like, look, this man named Joachim took a wife, the daughter of so-and-so, man, and she was beautiful. You know what I'm saying? The mentioning of the beauty came after you acknowledged the husband and the father. And that's heavy because, like we talked about last time, lust is rooted in covetousness. It's the same thing. You wouldn't know lust unless you knew the law said, thou shalt not covet. So these women that you see, beautiful women, it's either that there's somebody's wife, they belong to a man through the covenant of marriage, or they somebody's daughter. Either way, they not something that you can just look at like a piece of meat, like you could just go and snatch them up. No, they belong to a man. You either gotta, if she not married, you supposed to deal with her father. And her father's supposed to, give you her hand in marriage. That's how it's supposed to go. And if she doesn't have a biological father in her life to play that role, you go through the leadership. But in the world, ain't no leadership. Yeah, if she do got a daddy, he don't give a damn. He probably hold her mama out. You know what I'm saying? Whatever the case. But biblically, we see the scope how it's supposed to be. Like, look, that woman, she's somebody's wife, she's somebody's daughter. These things you got to consider before you lust after them. You got to think about that. All right, they belong to a man. Remember, the woman is of the man and for the man. So if it's not your woman, you got to be mindful of that. All right, she's under the rulership of a man, and you trying to go outside of that, that's sin. All right. But yeah, Susanna was the wife of Joachim, the daughter of Chelcias, a very fair woman, right? And a lot of us have fair women. Women that's cute, pretty, attractive, fine, beautiful, etc. One thing about it, it's always gonna be it's always gonna be somebody that's just as attractive or more than attractive than your spouse, or if you even want to think deeper, it's gonna be somebody more attractive or just as attractive as you to your spouse. And Job hit on that too. I think we ain't got it yet. We ain't deal with that in part one yet. But Job mentioned it too. You gotta consider that as well when you got that mindset. When you are a married person and you start to lust on outside people and think you wanna, hop on the other side of the fence real quick and jump back, you gotta understand that, your spouse, somebody want her too. Somebody trying to dig in that too. You know what I'm saying? So we gotta be mindful. We gotta operate like I mentioned yesterday in the radio show. We gotta operate in the mindset of a covenant. You know what I'm saying? Okay, yeah, your flesh or whatever you gonna desire. The flesh, you're going to see other people as beautiful or handsome or attractive and etc. But once you marry, you make a covenant. For one, you already made a covenant anyway with the Most High God. Everything that you said we will do. You come into the truth, you learn thou shalt not commit adultery. You say, this what you doing, right? So you already made a covenant with the Lord that you're not going to commit these things. So for one, you're supposed to be faithful to the Lord, number one. And then when you get married, you make vows with that person. You vowing to never, be disloyal on the level of committing adultery. That's a part of your vows. So you made that covenant, you made that contract. You know what I'm saying? We wanna all reap the benefits and the blessings of having certain relationships and stuff like that. But just like with a contract, you sign a, $10 million contract to play ball, but you don't go to practice, you don't show up to the games, or, you know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. Guess what? You can breach the contract and they will let you go and they won't have to pay you. We got to consider that with marriage. If you break that covenant, you break that contract, you can't expect to get the same benefits that God said comes with a righteous marriage. You know what I'm saying? And that's another thing too, is men, because we know that, for one, it's not the old covenant where if you got caught committing adultery, you got stoned to death, right? So you can technically, as far as an earthly sense, get away with it. They ain't gonna put you in jail for it. You know what I'm saying? You can do it, and it ain't nothing that your wife can do about it. You gotta consider, okay, yeah, she gotta stay. She can't leave. The wife can't put you away as the husband. So if you thinking like that, I can't get put to death for it. All I can do is get stood up, put out the congregation. My wife gotta stay. You know what I'm saying? But think about it. As married men, we want the wife to be submissive and serve us and yes sir, no sir, and give us sex when we want it and cook for us and things of that nature. Guess what? When you commit adultery on your wife, it's not gonna be the same. We don't think about that though. Yeah, she gotta stay with your black ass. Yeah, can't nobody put you to death. You get to live on, but guess what? You're gonna suffer. You're gonna suffer, not to justify the actions of, her not applying the scriptures after you commit the act. But that's what you gotta expect because you breaking that covenant. You know what I'm saying? You breaching the contract. So if because ain't nobody marriage perfect anyway. We all got trouble in the flesh. So if you already had an issue with her having food cooked when you get home, laundry done, doing certain stuff in the bedroom on a consistent basis or whatever. And once you do that and she know about it and that it break her, you gotta understand, look, it's gonna be some things gonna change, and it's gonna be a while before it get back to how it was, if it ever get back to how it was before you did what you did. So as men, we really don't consider that. We gotta operate in that mindset of a covenant. Look, at the end of the day, yeah, she fair over there, she fair over there, yeah, she fair over there. But guess what? You my portion, you my rib. I'm gonna deal with you according to this covenant. I'm not breaking it. All right, and that alone will help us a lot. you know. But remember, 2 Timothy 3, it said in the last days you're going to have covenant breakers, truce breakers, which I think it say that in there. I know it say either covenant breakers or truce breakers. Get that real quick. 2 Timothy chapter 3, verse 1. We're going to come back to Susanna. It's a reason why I'm discussing it as we read in Susanna, though. 2 Timothy chapter 3, verse 1.
The book of 2 Timothy chapter 3 and verse 1. This know also that in the last days perilous times shall come, for men shall be lovers of their own selves, covetous, boasters, proud, blasphemers, disobedient to parents, unthankful, unholy, without natural affection, truce breakers.
What?
Truce breakers.
Truce breakers. Go ahead.
False accusers, incontinent, fierce, despisers of those that are good, traitors, heady, high-minded, lovers of pleasures more than lovers of God.
Right. So them the type of things, the type of people that we going to be dealing with in the last days. That's why it's going to be perilous. That's why it's going to be dangerous. That's why, it's going to be, like it say in Matthew and Mark, brother shall betray brother, friends shall betray friends, stuff like that, because you're going to have people that told you I would never do this to you. I would never, you know what I'm saying? But they do. They break they truce or they covenant that they make with you, or that vow that they make with you. That's what we're going to be dealing with in the last days. Why? Because the last part, they're going to be lovers of pleasures more than lovers of God. Your desire to fulfill that pleasure that pleases your flesh going to be so strong that, the loyalty, faithfulness, it's not going to matter so much. Like I gotta scratch my itch. I'm sorry. It is what it is. All right, go back to Susanna.
The history of Susanna, chapter 1 and verse 3. Her parents also were righteous and taught their daughter according to the law of Moses.
Right, so the sister was taught according to the law. So she knew, as a woman, she got to dress in modest apparel, honor her husband, et cetera, et cetera. So she carried herself accordingly. She wasn't a whore. She wasn't an adultery. She wasn't somebody that went about trying to entice men. She was shamefaced. She was what the scriptures instruct you to be as a woman. Read.
Now Joachim was a great rich man, and had a fair garden joining unto his house, and to him resorted the Jews, because he was more honorable than all others.
Right. So like it's in Proverbs 31, when you're a righteous woman, your husband is not gonna be like other men. Like it say he'll be known among the elders in the gate of the city. You know what I'm talking about, right? Get that real quick. Proverbs 31:23. Just want to make sure y'all really know what I'm talking about. All right. Proverbs 31:23.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 31 and verse 23. Her husband is known in the gates when he sitteth among the elders of the land.
Right. So a virtuous woman, a woman that fear the Lord, more often than not, this type of woman will have this type of husband. A husband that's highly regarded amongst the nation of Israel, highly regarded amongst the congregation, right? In this case, Susanna's husband, he was rich. He had a garden. He was a provider for the nation. He provided, resources. He was a very resourceful man. He had power. All right, go back to Susanna.
Susanna chapter 1, verse 4. Verse 5 now?
Yeah.
Verse 5. The same year were appointed two of the ancients of the people to be judges, such as the Lord spake of, that wickedness came from Babylon from ancient judges, who seemed to govern the people.
Because when you read in the book of Ezekiel and Jeremiah, you read up they constantly addressing like the elders of Jerusalem, the wickedness of the priests and the prophets and stuff like that. So you had judges set up during that time that was wicked as hell. That wasn't right. But they were set up and they was regarded amongst the people. The people trusted them, but they was not right. Read on.
These kept much at Joachim's house.
Right, so these judges, with Joachim being as highly regarded as he was, they dealt a lot with Joachim. They had stuff at his house. So they would have to go to his house where his fair wife was. All right, read on.
And all that had any suits in law came unto them.
Come on.
Now when the people departed away at noon, Susanna went into her husband's garden to walk. Mm-hmm. And the two elders saw her going in every day.
So she had her daily walk to her husband's garden. And like I said, with the position that he was in, the type of men that would be, in and out of his house would be men like these two elders. Right? So you got to think, just like let me see. Just like, somebody like a ball player in the world, right? They might have people that they trust, associates that's kind of like on their same level. Like, they might have some rapper friends, some fellow ball player friends, some CEOs, some businessmen or whatever that they build a relationship with to where they might be gone, but now you can still, you got some stuff to handle at the crib. Cool, I trust you, you my guy. So you got to think, like Bishop could not teach, he wants you to paint the picture. These men just wasn't some strangers that had no relationship with this man, with her husband. I know we read it, we just deal with they lust towards her. But adultery goes along a lot with betrayal, especially like if it happened in the body. That means that, if you a sister that cheat on your husband with another woman husband, more than likely you had a relationship with that brother wife. You know what I'm saying? Likewise, a brother cheat on his wife with another brother wife, you went to war with that brother. You held post for the brother held post for you. You done read for the brother done read for you. You know what I'm saying? Y'all got relationship, y'all got trust developed amongst each other. So this man, Joachim, Susanna's husband, trusted these men. These was supposed to be elders. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, y'all can, I trust y'all. So I'm pretty sure he was aware that his wife took daily walks in the garden or whatever. Yeah, my wife do her little walking thing. The elders, they come out of crib. He not thinking nothing. He not associating the two things together as if it would be, any type of, they gonna watch my wife and they gonna lust and they gonna, you know what I'm saying? Like, nah, she do her thing, they do their thing. And, them the guys, them the fellas. That's my wife. I know she good. That's why I married her. She got her head on the shoulder. I know she ain't gonna do nothing stupid. They elders. They got understanding of the law. We know each other. We deal with each other. I ain't worried about it, right? But like I said, when you love pleasures more than you love God, you're not operating in that mindset of a covenant. You know what I'm saying? You don't give a damn. You don't give a damn about your brother that's going to suffer the heartbreak of knowing that his wife then laid down with another man that he thought was his brother You ain't gonna give a damn. It could be in his house, in his backyard, or what. You don't give a damn. The cheeks is that important to you in your mind. You gotta think that's hatred. That's why you can wrap all the commandments into two. Just you can wrap all sin into hatred and idolatry. It's the same thing. You can wrap all the commandments in loving God and loving your neighbor. You can wrap all sin into hatred and idolatry. For real. And it all ties together. In order to sleep with your brother's spouse or your sister's spouse, you gotta have some type of hatred for them. Because just the love alone for them should be able to stop you from trying to pursue that urge of dealing with their spouse. But no, these Negroes was not right, bruh. It was not right. They did not have no love for Joachim. I want y'all to think about that. We don't be caring about Joachim when we read this. Susanna, Susie. Think about Joachim. You know what I'm saying? He got betrayed. For real. All right, read on.
And walking, so that their lust was inflamed.
Read verse 8 from the top.
Verse 8. And the two elders saw her going in every day and walking.
So they watching this man's wife doing her daily walk. So this every day they over this man's house. He trusts them enough to let them over there every day to do their business, right? And they watching his wife like a damn practice film, like in football practice. You know, they be watching film. They watching his wife every day. Read on.
And walking, so that their lust was inflamed toward her.
So eventually, after so many days of seeing her walk, it sparked a flame in a spirit of lust, right? Now, I think I mentioned this on part 1, but this goes a lot. This reminds me of pornography. You watching every day. You watching. It's going to kindle a flame within you to commit the act. It's only so long you can just watch. This is what this story is telling us. For you brothers that deal with porn, this story is telling us a lesson. It's only so long you can watch before you do something about that flame. It's inflamed. The fire is only growing inside of you. Your hand won't be able to quench that thing after so long. For real. Read on.
And they perverted their own mind.
They did what?
And they perverted their own mind.
They perverted their own mind. Read.
And turned away their eyes, that they might not look unto heaven, nor remember just judgments.
Right. They forsook the covenant of the Most High God, and they didn't give a damn about their brother Joachim and his covenant with his wife. You know what? They didn't give a damn. They didn't care no more. I don't care what the Bible say. I know I'm a judge. I know the judgments and this and this and that. Hell, I'm the one that passed the judgments. But, right, I don't give a damn. She fine. I gotta have her. And you know what I'm saying? That's a thing. Once you, get Matthew 5. Once you entertain something in your mind for so long, you fantasize about it. Eventually, I gotta have it. I gotta have it. No. She not finna walk around me every day looking like that, like I'm just not finna have it. You know what I'm saying? For real. And you gotta think, it said they perverted their mind. So you gotta think, they probably developed in their mind like, nah, ain't no way, boy. Ain't no way she walking through here every day or whatever. Nah, she want me to have it. She waiting on me. You know what I'm saying? When your mind get perverted like that, you like, nah, the way she walking like that because of me. She dressing like that because of me. You know what I'm saying? She want me to do something about that. Same thing on the woman's side. Yeah, he did it. I know why he got that. I know why he wearing that cologne. I know why he wearing it. Yeah. You know, I'm telling you, you will pervert your mind. For real. All right, read what you got.
The book of Matthew, chapter 5, and verse 27.
Come on.
Ye have heard that it was said by them of old time, thou shalt not commit adultery. Sorry. But I say unto you that whosoever looketh on a woman to lust after her, have committed adultery with her already in his heart.
So you got to think. Remember, it said that they perverted their own mind and turned away their eyes, that they might not look unto heaven nor remember just judgments. Why did it say that? This was before they did anything. Read what Christ said again one more time.
The book of Matthew, chapter 5, verse 27. Ye have heard that it was said by them of old time, thou shalt not commit adultery. But I say unto you.
Now remember, them of old time, thou shalt not commit adultery, referring to Exodus 20 and 14, right? Now, that's going into Leviticus 18, right? Dealing with the acts of fornication. The physical is thou shalt not lie down with another man's wife. Thou shalt not lie down with, it's talking about the physical acts. And once you committed them physical acts, you had Leviticus chapter 20, the judgments for them actions, right? So now, the reason why I mention that is because you had to follow through with the act to get the judgment put up on you, right? But Christ knew that when he died, he was taking away the judgment. He was taking away you being able to be put to death with stones and etc., right? So now, when they was looking at Susanna every day, it said in their mind, they decided we not going to remember just judgments. We not going to consider, you know what I'm saying, judgments for these actions. So the sin started right there. They saying in their mind, I don't care about what God said. I don't care about what the law said. I don't give a damn. The sin started then. So that's why Christ said, I know that you heard in old time, thou shalt not commit the act. But read verse 28.
But I say unto you that whosoever looketh on a woman to lust after her.
So when you look on a woman and lust after her, guess what's going to eventually happen? Read.
Have committed adultery with her already in his heart.
Think about it. Think about what guys say about idolatry, right? He called it spiritual fornication. He said that the house of the Israel in Jeremiah, they committed adultery against me in the high places and then under every green tree, talking about idolatry. You see what I'm saying? So in your mind, when you looking at a woman, you lusting after her when you know you ain't supposed to do that, right? And you get to a certain point where you visualizing it, you fantasizing it, and etc. In your mind, you commit adultery against the Lord. You like, I don't give a damn about them damn commandments or whatever. She my God right now. Till I stroke it, till I poke it. For real. That's all I'm worried about. I'm not worried about no commandments. So the adultery start then. Because you committed adultery, spiritual adultery against the Lord. You know what I'm saying? So you are already in sin starting there. Right now, things might happen or whatever to where you catch yourself and you never commit the act. But that's why, Christ magnified the law. You're not even supposed to have it in your mind. Your mind is not right with the Lord when you're doing it. All right? Your mind, you got idols in your mind, in your heart. All right, go back to Susanna.
The history of Susanna, verse 10.
So for you brothers that battle with porn, that's how y'all gotta look at it. That's like I said, like the two great commandments, they tie in together. Loving God, loving your neighbor, right? All sin tie in together. Hatred and idolatry, it all tie in together. So you gotta consider that, brothers. It's not just you looking at, a visual of sex taking place and it ain't your wife and da da da. It's no. And when you in the act of watching porn, you choosing not to remember just judgments. You choosing not to look unto heaven. You like, I don't care about the 10,000 times brighter than the sun. Whatever. Hell, you finna watch me beat this meat. I don't give a damn. You see what I'm saying? You gotta think that's the mindset that you have in order to do that. You don't give a, your fear of God and all that is eliminated due to that lust that's within you. That's a heavy demon, bruh. For real. All right. Go back to Susanna, verse 10.
Verse 10. And albeit they both were wounded with her love.
Now, did she show any love to them?
Damn.
No. So what the hell is this talking about? This is talking about fantasy. This is in the realm of fantasy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm telling you, it's levels to that. Okay, surface level. She beautiful. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Like, bro, you got, your wife, your kids, bro, you got a beautiful family. There's nothing wrong with that. You can acknowledge a woman is beautiful. But then when it goes deeper, when I look in her eyes, I see it's already there. It's already there. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? She ain't showed no type of love to these men like that. So how the hell is they wounded with her love? It's all in their head. It's all in the fantasy world, bruh. For real. That's how you know this stuff is spiritual, bruh. This stuff is spiritual. Read on.
Yet there's not one show another his grief.
Right. You gotta think grief is grieving them. And I understand what they're saying because you gotta think with like when you lusting or whatever, it's like what the scripture said about burning. Like why do we use that term burning? That means it's painful. You like what's the thing you be doing with the Baruch be imitating?
Shout out to Osman Baruch.
It's grievous. It's grievous. It's like, man. For real, that go back into, like what we went over yesterday. Satan to tip you for your incontinency. So you got an incontinency, man. You can't control it. I can't hold it in no more. Like Boosie said, it's grievous. Can't hold it in no more. For real. It's grievous. Like, damn, I gotta go another day. Well, that go back to what I said about porn. You gotta think. You know what I'm saying? Every day you watching it, you jacking off. You gotta wake up knowing like, damn, I'm still ain't getting the P word. You know what I'm saying? I'm still not getting it. Ugh! Damn. For real. Oh, man. Damn. Read on.
Verse 11. For they were ashamed to declare their lust.
It was what?
For they were ashamed to declare their lust.
Hold that real quick. It's Sirach chapter 4. Verse 21. This is a good story right here, bro. It's a lot in this. That's why we gotta let it marinate. All right, read what you got.
The book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 4, verse 21. For there is a shame that bringeth sin.
There's a what?
For there is a shame that bringeth sin.
So what is this shame that brings sin? This shame that brings sin is going into pride. A lot of us have this. A lot of us deal with this. If we declare our lust to somebody, especially, somebody that we look up to, because your counselors, they always above you, right? So you got to think, dang, he going to look at me sometime. Like, he going to know, like, you know what I'm saying? I watch Pinky. Like, I don't want him to know that. You know what I'm saying? I don't want him to know what I be doing with the damn cocoa butter at the crib with the Vaseline. I don't want him to know that. Now he gonna think twice when he salute me and stuff. You know what I'm saying? But meanwhile, that flame is kindled. It's only getting worse. It's only getting worse and worse. Cause exactly, you picking up the phone, but it's slipping out your hand because all the Vaseline and pre-cum residue all like that. It's just slipping right out your damn hand. It's only getting worse and worse. That's why God said it's a shame that bring sin. But watch this, keep reading.
And there is a shame which is glory and grace.
But when you have when you ashamed of being in the sin, you should be ashamed to walk around amongst brothers and sisters knowing that you got this adultery demon on you. You know what I'm saying? You should be ashamed of that, and that shame should lead you to actually getting the counsel. But the first type of shame, that prideful shame or whatever, that destroys us. It always destroys us. We never get the help that we need, the healing, the prayer that we need in order for God to intervene and help us overcome our lust, our temptation. For real, that shame bringeth sin. Go back to Susanna.
The history of Susanna, verse 12.
Verse 11.
Verse 11. For they were ashamed to declare their lust, that they desired to have to do with her.
Right, they didn't want each other to know, like, damn, bro. Yeah, I'm an elder. Joachim trust me, that's my guy. You know what I'm saying? But I really, really want to sex his wife. I really want to do that. I don't want my fellow elder to know that about me, because then he gonna be like, bro, you ain't fit to be no elder. You know what I'm saying? For real, you putting your reputation above your salvation. Don't never do that. Don't never do that. It's not worth it. What's you gotta think. That's why you gotta be spiritual and not corner. What's worth more? Somebody knowing an issue that you're dealing with in the context of you actually trying to fix it, or the Lord knowing the evil that's within you that you're not repenting from? Which one come with more of a cost? You playing with how somebody may look at you if they not righteous in the fact that, they came to you to help them. It's like, you wicked, bro. That's nasty. I mean, surely the person that you would go to for counsel wouldn't be that damn simple anyway. You know what I'm saying? But okay, whatever. Say that's the case. What comes with more of a cost? The Lord pulling you up on Judgment Day. You know what I'm saying? Like, I never knew you, bro. You a damn adulterer. Bye. Depart from me. Then you burn forever. You're living to die every day. You're living to burn forever. You know what I'm saying? Which one come with more of a cost? That's why Christ said what he said in Matthew 10. Fear not them which is able to kill the body, but fear him which is able to kill both the body and soul in hell. All right, read on.
Verse 11. Yet they watch diligently from day to day to see her.
Diligently from day to day to see her. I want you porn brothers. It might be some sisters that deal with that too. Brothers be having a set time or routine. Like, look, I do this, I do that. et cetera. But when 8:45 hit, I didn't, I took my shower. I got my towel right here, my Vaseline. And then the phone, technology, it already know where you want to go. It probably pop up on your screen like just swipe right. It's that time. You know what I'm saying? Just swipe. We'll bring you right there, right to it. X and XX. I'm telling you, bruh. Day to day, diligently. Read on.
Verse 13. And the one said to the other, let us now go home, for it is dinner time.
Right. So mind you, in their mind, they like, I ain't telling this nigga that I'm. You know what I'm saying? In their mind, they like, I gotta get away from you, cause I gotta scratch my damn itch. I gotta get my look in. You know what I'm saying? I gotta get my view of my boo. You know what I'm saying? Cause in their mind, remember, wounded with her love, that ain't they damn boo. But in their mind, that's they boo. Hey, I gotta get my view of my boo. But what they gonna say, hey, bro, hey, it's time to go home. Our wives, we probably got some good ass meals waiting on us, bro. It's time to go, bro. We'll holler at Joachim tomorrow, right? But they really trying to get that damn view. I'm telling you, they go for brothers actually committing adultery. I remember a brother that actually did it. You know what I'm saying? He told me one time, like, a reason why he was late to come to, he was doing what he was doing. He was committing adultery. You know what I'm saying? For real. You brothers that watch porn, sister and did a damn dance move during the feast and it reminded you of such and such, and you like, damn, but hey, I gotta go to work. I got captivity in the morning, man. I'ma holler at y'all. You burning here at the feast. That's when it's the worst. Cause now cause on the Sabbath, the sisters on that side, it ain't, you just seeing y'all facing each other only to shalom, most high Christ bless, after the prayer. But on the feast, you know what I'm saying, y'all doing dance offs and you know what I'm saying, y'all moving and mingling through the hallway in the sanctuary, Now it's up close and personal. You know what I'm saying? Now you, yeah, damn, man. All right, shalom, brothers. I got captivity. I love y'all, but I'm out. You know what I'm saying? And they get in the car, they speeding down the damn Highway 161. Damn, bro. For Toledo to the feast, you going so fast. They can't wait to go home. And, Yep. All right. Read.
Verse 14. So when they were going out, they parted the one from the other. And turning back again, they came to the same place. And after,
So it said they was going out, parted from one another, and turning back again, they came to the same place. So in that moment, the deceit was discovered, whether they knew it or not. Like, hold on, didn't we just agree that we was going home, and we right back where we said that we needed to get away from? What is this? You ain't doing what I'm doing, huh? You know what I'm saying? Because remember, she had her set time where she would take her little garden walk. You know what I'm saying? Read on.
and after that they had asked one another the cause.
Bro, why you back here? Why you back in the spot that we just told each other we need to go on and move around from? Read.
They acknowledged their lust, then appointed.
Hey, bro. I ain't even gonna lie. Bro, you see that. Bruh. Bruh, I thought I was the only one. Bruh, I thought it was just me. Sheesh. Damn, that crazy. You came right back to this. Why? Read on.
Then appointed they a time both together when they might find her alone.
So now you gotta think. They didn't, man, yeah, me too, and da da da. Bro, I gotta have her, bro. Bro, I feel the same way. Yeah, what you trying to do? Yeah. We already in wickedness. You know what I'm saying? We already, you know. For real, you know. Hey, we already, you know, got our feet in the water. We might well dive in the junk together. You bet. What time you trying to do it? When you trying to, hey, it just be us here. It just be us two and her. And you know, we can make it happen. Together. Two is better than one. Ain't that what the scriptures say? Hell yeah, man. I just brought that out yesterday in the temple. Read her.
And it fell out as they watched a fit time.
Uh-huh.
She went in as before with 2 maids only.
Uh-huh.
And she was desirous to wash herself in the garden, for it was hot.
So they didn't pick the day where it's a hot day. It's a hot day. You know what I'm saying? So she gonna wanna, you know, it ain't just a walk. She gotta shower in the garden. All right? Read on.
Verse 16. And there was nobody there save the 2 elders that had hid themselves and watched her.
They did what?
That had hid themselves and watched her.
Have hid themselves and watched her. They lust, then turned them into some damn ninja spy kids. They hiding behind trees and bushes, and that's crazy. Sin what you see what sin will make you lust will make you do. You gotta think they in so deep out but you gotta think they posted up they got a hiding spot before she actually get in the shower. So let's just say she messed around and just stumbled in a hiding spot. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, Elder so-and-so, what are you doing here? Oh my God. Right? Like they was already in that deep. They not walking in on her. They posted up, hiding, waiting on her to do this. So their mind was made up. That's why Christ said what he said. If you don't stop it at the point of lust, eventually your mind will be made up to commit the act. So you got to stop it there. Read on.
Then she said to her maids, bring me oil and washing balls, and shut the garden doors, that I may wash me.
Right, so fetch, you know, my body wash, you know, everything, my Earls, my Bath and Body Works. Right. You know what I'm saying? And shut the garden doors. Read on.
And they did as she bade them, and shut the garden doors, and went out themselves at privy doors to fetch the things that she had commanded them. But they saw not the elders, because they were hid.
Come on.
Now when the maids were going forth, the 2 elders rose up and ran unto her, saying,
damn. So you got to think, man. Remember, at first, they was ashamed to declare their lust to each other. But now, they done already. And I'm telling you, that's like the worst thing in the world, to have somebody partnered with you in your lust, partnered with you in your sin. Not somebody that's correcting you and, you know what I'm saying, steering you in the right path. Somebody that's going left with you. That's the worst damn thing. At first, they was ashamed to declare their lust to each other. Now, they boldly declaring their lust to their partner wife. You know what I'm saying? They running up on her together, saying something, expressing something. Read on.
And they ran up unto her, saying, behold, The garden doors are shut, that no man can see us. And we are in love with thee.
We are what?
And we are in love with thee.
Look, hey, straight up, hey, sis, I'm sorry, but you and your little walking, your beauty, your God and blessed you. Hey, it is what it is. Hey, we gotta have you. We gotta have you. It is what it is. You know, hey, we elders, we buff, we strong, whatever. You might as well get with the program, sis. You know, it's up. It's up there and it's stuck there. Read.
If thou wilt not,
Therefore,
where we at?
verse 20.
Verse 20. And we are in love with thee. Therefore, consent unto us and lie with us.
Just go on and do it. We right here. Ain't nobody else here but us. Nobody can see us. Look, we could do this the easy way or the hard way. we rather just do it the easy way. Just cooperate. Let us get our rocks off. We gonna be good. It's gonna be okay. Nobody's seen us. Nobody here but us. Let's just go on and just get it out the way. We ain't gotta make this hard, sis. Just consent. Now you remember, these is judges. They already know when it's consensual, like in Deuteronomy 22. She just as guilty as them. Consent unto us, sis. Look, ain't gotta be all that. Read on.
If thou wilt not, we will bear witness against thee.
We will bear false witness against you. Read.
That a young man was with thee.
And
therefore thou didst send away thy maids from thee.
So if you tell us no right now, if you turn us away, you want to do it the hard way, we gonna do you like Potiphar wife, I think that was his name, in Genesis 39. We gonna tell a lie about you. Like she did to Joseph. You know what I'm saying? We gonna spread a rumor about you. We gonna say you sent your maids away because you had a young piper in this joint getting it in. We gonna say we saw that young man in there. So either way, you have technically committed adultery. So you might as well just let us get it, because in this case, you can get away with it. If you don't let us do it, we elders, we judges. They gonna believe us. You gonna die for adultery. You can either commit adultery and live. You know how the scripture say, keep the commandments and live. You can either commit adultery and live, or keep the commandments and die. Choice is yours. Commit adultery and live, or keep the commandments and die. Make your decision. That's how you know they was the damn devil. Exactly. Yeah, they done it before. Exactly. Read on.
Then Susanna sighed and said, I am straitened on every side.
So you gotta think what this sister is faced with right now. Hold on, wait. These is elders. You know how sisters be in a congregation. Shalom, officer. Shalom, captain. You know what I'm saying? She respect these men. She know her husband got a relationship with him. She would have never thought it. So she like, oh, like she overwhelmed in this moment. It's like she in a real jam. But remember, one of the things that was heavy, verse 3, it said her parents also were righteous and taught their daughter according to the law of Moses. So you got to think, if she wasn't prepared for this spiritually, her parents didn't raise her up in the laws. You know what I'm saying? If she wasn't prepared for this spiritually, she would have been like, okay. Okay. Which hole? You know what I'm saying? For real. For real. And that goes for you sisters. Because I'm telling you, you can, in your mind, you know you don't want to cheat on your husband. You wouldn't dare just willfully, go after a brother in the congregation. But you never really know till you in that situation. Your faith is tested. Cause it could be that one brother in the body. If you don't think about him like that, but he's attractive. He might look like your damn husband. You know what I'm saying? It might be the brother that they be like, and damn, is y'all brothers? For real. And he catch you somewhere or whatever, put you in the corner. And you never seen him like this. And he just switch modes on you. You're like, hey, I'm in love with you. I mean, it's real. It's like that with us. So we might as well. And then you in this situation, and you ain't been meditating on those scriptures. You're not built up in the spirit. You know what I'm saying? You've been watching shows and stuff like that where women do this and talk about doing this. Sisters, y'all gotta build yourself. Susanna was built up for that moment. And it was still hard. Alright? This damn fly, Lord. Man, he must be from the 9th ward. Cause he died hard. Alright. Oof. Alright, where we was at?
Verse 22.
Yeah.
Then Susanna sighed and said, I am straitened on every side. For if I do this thing, it is death unto me.
If I do this, that's how you know she had faith. Because if you really don't believe in this stuff, you're not going to think like that. If I commit this act, the Lord going to judge me. The Lord going to jack my ass up. If I jack my ass up for them, the Lord is going to jack my ass up. Literally. For real. That take faith. You got to really believe in the Lord. That means you're remembering just judgments. You already know what's up. If I do this, the Lord going to jack you. If you don't really believe in the Lord like that, you're not going to think like that. You, in your mind, like I said, you making sure. Ain't nobody close, is it? Ain't nobody around? Ain't no cameras around? Your phone off? You know what I'm saying? For real, you thinking, you fearing the eyes of men in that moment. So if he got that covered, now you doomed. Because you not considering the judgments of the Lord. She like, if I do this, this is death unto me. The Lord gonna have me killed. Go ahead.
And if I do it not, I cannot escape your hands.
But I'm already knowing y'all the elders, y'all make up a story, it's gonna work out. I'm doomed. You know. Watch this. Read.
It is better for me to fall into your hands and not do it than to sin in the sight of the Lord.
It's better for me to fall into your hands and not do it than to sin in the sight of the Lord. So what does this tell you? She was operating in the mindset of a covenant. Like, nah. The Lord said, thou shalt not commit adultery. My parents, my father committed me to this man. This man trusts me. You know, this is a rich man. It ain't nothing for him to get another me. You know what I'm saying? For real. But I'll be damned if I sin against the Lord, if I break that covenant with the Lord and my Lord. Read.
With that, Susanna cried with a loud voice.
So the Deuteronomy 22 popped in her brain. She's like, you know what? I'm going to just scream. I'm going to yell out. Y'all know what Deuteronomy 22 say, right? It's because she cried, because she didn't cry out. She got to die with the Negro. She like, nope. Ain't nobody gonna be able to say I didn't cry. Ah! Ah! Help me!
Right.
Help! For real, she went the spiritual route. Read.
And the two elders cried out against her.
So they trying to cause confusion. You know what I'm saying? You ain't finna just scream out. We gonna out scream you. For real. All right, from there. Go to 2 Samuel chapter 11. So yeah, you can read the rest of the history of Susanna on your own. You know, by her trusting in the Lord, staying loyal to the Lord, to that covenant, the Lord looked out for her, raised up the spirit of Daniel to speak out and turn stuff in her favor. And them Negroes got put to death, you know, for their lust that turned into them attempting to portray the Lord first and foremost, betray their brother and defile that woman, that innocent woman. Yeah, they got put to death. That was the end result of that. But with her, you know, doing the right thing, staying in the spirit, the Lord looked out for her, delivered her. All right. 2 Samuel chapter 11 and verse 1.
The book of 2 Samuel, chapter 11 and verse 1.
Now, what we about to read now is heavy because, you know, in Susanna, they was wicked elders. You know what I'm saying? Daniel exposed them. I was like, you damn son of Canaan, you ain't even no damn Israelite for real. You know what I'm saying? Y'all been doing it. Like you said, like Daniel put them out there. They was wicked. So you might think like, I ain't like them niggas. You know what I'm saying? I keep the commandments and faith in Christ. I read 4 chapters a day. Hell, I'll be damn. I look on a nut, especially my partner, my brother, who trusts me. I'll be damn. I look on his wife to lust after her. Oh, okay. 2 Samuel 11, verse 1.
The book of 2 Samuel, chapter 11 and verse 1. And it came to pass, after the year was expired, at the time when the kings go forth to battle, that David sent Joab.
That who?
That David sent Joab.
That David. It's the same David, 1 Samuel 16. The Spirit of the Lord departed upon Saul, came upon David. The Spirit of the Lord came upon David. David killed Goliath. David killed by the 10,000s. You know what I'm saying? David got 200 foreskins of the Philistines. For real, David didn't play no games. This is David. David was crowned king for his righteousness, devotion, his love for the Lord. So, you know, one thing about David, he was a warrior. He always went to war. He always fought. He always, you know, he didn't play with that sword. But in this instance, he said, you know what? This time, you know, I'm going to send Joab. Joab handled my lightweight, right? David sent Joab, read.
And his servants with him, and all Israel. And they destroyed the children of Ammon, and besieged Rabbah.
Read.
But David tarried still at Jerusalem.
But David fell back. And now I handle my lightweight. I'm gonna stay back at the crib. I'm gonna relax. Not saying that he was wrong for that, but he see the king, he put in work. He ain't gotta every damn bat putting his life on the line. Let him, you know what I'm saying? Wasn't nothing wrong with it. But when you do that, you can't sit idle. You can't just sit idle. Verse 2.
Verse 2. And it came to pass in an evening tide.
Right, that's why, you know, as you move up in the ranks, for example, you know, not saying that high-ranking officers and captains and deacons, you know, that like you'll never see them on a flyer mission or at camp and stuff like that. But the higher in rank you go, the less you'll see them doing the footwork per se. The reason being is because, they handle the, you know, the weightier matters. You know what I'm saying? And they can't always just be out there in the public. They big targets as well. You know what I'm saying? But, when you move up in the ranks or whatever, and you no longer just doing all the footwork every day like the soldiers and the tens and stuff in your camp doing, you gotta utilize them times to take your studying to new heights. And that's how the deacons and all them bringing out these fire classes, because they taking they studying to new levels, and they thinking of new things to do in the body. That's how you got the men's conference. They bringing this out and that out. We implementing this and that. They not being idle while the brothers doing the footwork. They thinking of things for the nation, to better the nation and to better feed the flock. But if they just you fall back at the crib and them thumbs on their phone and you looking at booty bouncing around, that's a whole nother story. You ain't earned your honor in the army of God to where you ain't always got to go to battle to sit at home and indulge in wickedness and be idle. That's why the Sirach 38 say, by wisdom come by opportunity of leisure. So you get to a level where, okay, you know what I'm saying, you didn't set the example, you didn't build up the men under you to relieve you in a sense that you will have more time to gain more wisdom, because the Lord is dealing with you more according to your length of time, your battles you done overcame, your trials you done overcame, your experience. You know what I'm saying? Now you can gain more wisdom, right? But David, he was on something different this time when he fell back. Verse 2.
And it came to pass in an evening tide that David arose from off his bed and walked upon the roof of the king's house.
Right, so we got out of bed. Brothers at war, including, well, I'm gonna, I ain't gonna jump ahead, but these brothers that's going to war, a lot of them, they got wives. And they didn't take their wives to war with them. We didn't do that. Right. You know what I'm saying? We didn't take our wives to war with us. So you got to think, David, it say all Israel in verse 1, right? Mm-hmm. So all the men 20 and upward that was numbered for war, they all out. David, King David, handsome King David. He just there. And all of these wives just at the crib by themselves. And the king, he get to look out on the rooftop and look at whoever he want to. All right, read on.
And from the roof he saw a woman washing herself.
Come on.
And the woman was very beautiful to look upon.
Now, like I said, Susanna, they was wicked. They wasn't right anyway. But David had the Spirit of God on him. Spirit was dealing with him. They show you how powerful this demon is, y'all. I really want y'all to understand that. This is not a regular, you know what I'm saying? This is not a regular demon right here. This is a top tier demon. King David. He looked down on the roof. I spied with my little eye. Damn, who was that sister right there? She fine. Shit, he was a singer. He probably put some bars together. I'm telling you. For real. Sheesh. Read.
And David sent and inquired after the woman.
He sent and inquired after the woman. Hey, who is that? Who that is? Read.
And one said, is not this Bathsheba, the daughter of Eliam, the wife of Uriah the Hittite?
Hey, that's that's your boy Uriah wife. That's Eliam's daughter, Ahithophel's son, his daughter. Your guy Ahithophel, the one you be counseling with, that's his granddaughter. You know that? Read on.
And David sent messengers and took her.
Hold on. Now remember what I said reading Susanna, right? The worst thing you can have when you're in the midst of your lust is people that they not shutting you down, they ain't putting you in check. They helping you out. They with you. But I get it. I mean, this David, it's the king. First Ezra 3 tell you about the power the king got. You don't hearken to the king. Yeah. You might as well, hey, count your life gone, buddy. So they're like, hey, yes, sir. We'll bring her in. Surely you got some type of permission or you got to remember this David. They know him for being righteous and putting his life on the line for his people. Remember 1 Samuel 30, he went and saved all the brothers' wives. And you know what I'm saying? Like, this David, maybe you just want to talk to her or something. I don't know. Come on, Bathsheba, come on. Go in there, and David wants you. He wants to talk to you, I guess. I get it. They want to question him. Hey, it is what it is. Read.
And David sent messengers and took her, and she came in unto him, and he lay with her.
He what?
And he lay with her.
So what did he have on his mind? Remember, when he looked on the roof and decided that he was going to inquire after her, his mind was already made up. Remember, you got to think, just alone. Like of old time, thou shalt not commit adultery, right? That, you got to be caught in the act to get the judgment. But you got to think, I'm Uriah, I come home, maybe I get home early from war. And it's just at the point where he didn't inquire after my woman. You know what I mean? He haven't did the act yet. I'm just saying hypothetically if that was to happen in this story. He came home, he found out that David didn't inquire. So me and Uriah, I'm already hurt off that. Like, damn, David, what's up? My Lord, what's up? You inquired, like, you know that was my wife, bro? Like, what the hell? You know what I'm saying? So you got to think, in order for David to send the messengers, his mind was already made up. His mind was made, I gotta have her. He didn't remember just judgment. He perverted his mind. He decided he wasn't gonna look to heaven. He ain't had no Psalms that day. You know what I'm saying? For real. His mind was made up. I gotta have. I'm the king. What you mean? I'm the king and I can't get a piece of that? Yeah, this is my land. This is my kingdom. Yeah. That body on her, hey, that's mine. At least for the night, Read on.
For she was purified from her uncleanness.
Right. So it mentioned that for a reason. Reason being is because it's letting you know she was in a fertile state. He didn't lay it down with her. She was in a fertile state. All right, read on.
And she returned unto her house.
So he done smashed her. Kicked her right out of the spot. They going on back to it. Keep this on the down low. Uriah doesn't have to know. For real. Now, hey, I don't, like I said, Bishop Canal said, you got to color in the picture now. I don't know how the castle was built, if it was soundproof. You know what I'm saying? But surely, when David laid down with her, you know what I'm saying? There was some oohs and some eyes. You know what I'm saying? For real. You got to think he had wives, he had servants, he had, you know what I'm saying? Surely to Somebody. You know what I'm saying? For real. I bet my maiden know your name. The way you screaming, scratching, yelling. I'm telling you, people do this. They do this thing. You gotta think, like we covered the R. Kelly trial. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of pieces that gotta be involved in order for him to do all of that to all them little girls. A lot of people had to know, but they were just like, I mean, he R. Kelly. I mean, he feed me. I mean, the good outweigh the bad. I mean, he really he do a lot of good stuff. So I mean, this is a little guilty pleasure. I mean, it is what it is. So you got to think this brother that had all this influence, this power to be able to have people like, hey, all he probably had to do was give a look like, as soon as he sent out, like, hey, real, I'm King D. Hell you mean? What y'all expect? I'm King D. Yeah. All right. So read on.
Verse 5. And the woman conceived and sent and told David and said, I am with child.
Damn. So, time had to go by. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, how it was back then. I don't know if they found out quicker. It take a little while. Today's time, you know what I'm saying? Like the next cycle, for the woman to know. You know what I'm saying? Time went by. She like, David? Yeah. Yeah. Went a little further than we expected. So you gotta think. And when you just looking at the body, you just looking at you know what I'm saying? And you remember, you perverting your mind. You not thinking about possible children being made from this thing. That's how you make children, by doing what you in your mind you gonna do to this married person. You know what I'm saying? That either already got kids, or it's even worse if they don't got no kids yet by their spouse. That's even worse. You know what I'm saying? Because you got to think, the brother be thinking like, man, I finally got my junior on the way, man. I finally got my little junior on the way, my little prophet, my little avenger. And you got to think in your mind, my God, that ain't your damn avenger. It's all me in there. That's a little King D right there. You know what I'm saying? And you gotta think. Surely that wasn't in David's mind before he did it. Like, yeah, man, she's so fine. I'm finna get her pregnant, and Uriah gonna have to raise my kid thinking it's his, and I'm gonna have to fake it their whole life. And yeah, it's worth it. She that fine. Surely that wasn't in his damn mind. You know what I'm saying? But I'm telling you, that lust, when you know what I'm saying, you let it fester and then build up, it kindle that flame. And I'm telling you, it blind your mind to a lot of things that's common sense to be able to stop you from doing the act. You know what I'm saying? For real. So after the fact, like, damn, I bet you as soon as he got the message, he got the mind racing, like, oh, damn, boy, have a child. It's like, how that's gonna work? So I'm a king, and that's my dude. Damn. So in this moment, you really can't undo it, but you done already did this amount of damage. You gotta figure out something. You know what I'm saying? You gotta find a solution. But once you that deep in sin, you that deep, you know what I'm saying? You gonna dig a deeper hole. Cause now you're trying to hide it. You know what I'm saying? Now you're trying to figure out a way, like, nah, this can't get out. It can't get out. So you gonna do some more stuff that can't get out either. You know what I'm saying? To try to hide it. You know what I'm saying? But that's why it go back to your faith in the Lord. That's why you gotta be meditating. You gotta be in the spirit. Because that's the only way that's gonna come to your mind to cast down that lust. Like you gonna consider like, nah, ain't nothing here that ain't gonna be made manifest. The Lord always bring the evil out. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, here I ain't gonna be able to hide this. I ain't gonna be able to bury it. Ain't no such thing as getting away with nothing. You gotta be meditating in the scriptures to think like that. And if not, telling you, you're gonna be digging a deep hole. For real. And I'm not talking about inside of the adulteries. I'm saying a hole full of sin that's going to turn into an abyss, an endless pit. All right, read on.
Verse 6, and David sent to Joab, saying, send me Uriah the Hittite. And Joab sent Uriah to David. And when Uriah was come unto him, David demanded of him how Joab did, and how the people did, and how the war prospered.
Read.
And David said to Uriah, go down to thy house and wash thy feet.
So this is what David came up with. He was like, hey, send me Uriah. Hey, Uriah, how it go? You know. Man, hey, King, man, I was out there cutting up. They thought it was you out there, you hear me? I'm out there dropping body like you out there. You know what I'm saying? You gotta think. You know Uriah giving them props. Like, man, I'm telling you, man, the way that you done always led us to battle. You know what I'm saying? For real, I had to, you know, since you wasn't there, I had to move in your spirit, David. Your spirit was with me, David. You know what I'm saying? David like, oh yeah, man, all praise to the Most High. Look, go home and, you know, celebrate, you know, go home, bro. You already know what's waiting on you, bro. You know what I'm saying? For real, go celebrate that thing. Celebrate that victory, dog. Why is he telling Uriah that? So Uriah can do like a normal Negro would have done coming back from war and go, you know, get it in. So that way when the baby come about, oh yeah, that's my little war baby. That was my fresh home from war baby right there. You know, I came home and let loose. You know what I'm saying? For real. You know what's crazy? Like I was just saying as far as the conversation, like if it would have came out looking like David, he might have been on some, yeah, because I was fresh off from war. I had the spirit of David in me, bro. You know what's crazy, bro? My son kind of looked like you, bro. The way I was out there, man, I'm telling you, I had your spirit on me, dog. My baby came out looking like you. I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you, bro. Damn. David. Damn, bro. It's heavy because you got to think, like, this is Solomon daddy. We, you know, like, Bishop Quinai, bro. Shout out to Bishop Quinai, bro. Just when he brought out the life of Solomon and all that, you got to consider, like, this was his pops, you know, behind a fine woman. This is what his pops did. So why we so shocked that he turned out the way he turned out? You know what I'm saying? This woman turned out to be Solomon's mama. You know what I'm saying? Read on.
And Uriah departed out
And
of
you
the...
got to think, if she was righteous in any sense, for one, she would have cried out. You know what I'm saying? Or tried to, you know, just would have confessed, like, hey, you know, you was gone, you was at war. The devil came on David. The devil came on me. And, you know, this baby, you know, I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? If she had some type of righteousness about herself, she would have, you know, she would have came on out. But it's like I said, you know, it was a difference between Susanna And the average black woman, she was raised in the law of Moses. Her parents told her to the T. So she was prepared for that situation. Obviously, this sister was not. You know, Susanna said, hey, shut the garden doors. And she didn't think nobody was in there. This sister, you know, on the damn rooftop, taking a shower. You know what I'm saying? She know damn well the king castle higher than the roof. And he messed around and been in, you know, somebody could have been in, if they was on top of the castle, they could have seen you. She was there show you she wasn't, I'm telling this sister wasn't right. Sister wasn't right. And that could be you. You know what I'm saying? That could be one of you sisters, man. You carrying yourself a certain way, like in your mind, you of course you're not intentionally going out looking for a brother to commit adultery with, but you know, you flooding your stuff, you know what I'm saying? You making sure, you know, you show some type of little line up here. You know what I'm saying? You tease, you know. You don't really care how a brother may be looking at you. You know what I'm saying? You really it really would you satisfy you a little bit to know that a brother was lusting after you. If you gotta examine that spirit, you gotta know if that you gotta, hey. In the world, that's how all our sisters was. It was all about attention. Why did you have an Instagram? Why did you pose like that on Instagram with the little, you know what I'm saying? Why? What was it for? It was for attention from the opposite sex. So if I'm telling you, still got that spirit in here, in the, you know, with the modesty, you know, with the, you know, you righteous looking enough to pass. But you know, you wouldn't mind if you knew so and so, you know, was thinking about you like that. You know what I'm saying? You probably wouldn't mind. And if you could get away with it, for real, that might be you. Some of you sisters might be in the spirit of Bathsheba. For everybody that commit adultery in the body, it gotta be a Bathsheba. You know what I'm saying? It gotta be. You know, we forget that in order for a man to do it, a woman gotta be, you know, in partnership with it. All right, read on.
And Uriah departed out of the king's house, and there followed him a mess of meat from the king. But Uriah slept at the door of the king's house.
So you gotta think, David, like, he's sending food. Look, he gonna make sure he relax, wash his feet, get full of some good food. You know what I'm saying? Get his blood flowing real good, so he can, you know what I'm saying? He can think he putting in some work and making a child. You know what I'm saying? For real. Read.
But Uriah slept at the door of the king's house with all the servants of his lord, and went not down to his house.
But Uriah, he was kicking it with the guys. You know what I'm saying? Before he could leave the castle, he's saluting brothers, and now they chopping it up about the war. You remember how I chopped off that Philistine head? You remember how I slayed that Ammonite? He thought he was going to do a damn kung fu move on me. I cracked the damn skull. You know what I'm saying? They chopping it up all night. He don't make it home. He just fall asleep at the door of the king's house. For real. This how it be sometimes. You know, we be kicking it. We be, in our mind, we might be thinking like, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, like, all right, my wife waiting on me. You know what I'm saying? Through benevolence. You know what I'm saying? And then you get to chopping it up with the brothers. Y'all in the scriptures. You know what I'm saying? Y'all laughing. Y'all blah, blah, blah. You look up, 4 in the morning. You know what I'm saying? You might be brother might be at Officer Ezra's house or something in Conway. Stay in Pine Bluff. Got an hour and a half drive. He been laughing and joking and all that. It's 3, 4 in the morning. Hey, man, let me just crash on your couch, bro. You know I'm serious. Yeah, man. You been drinking now. You don't need to make that drive anyway, bro. Sleep on the couch. It can happen. It's very realistic. You know what I'm saying? But in this case, man's going was to the Lord. This was the Lord. Uriah had that spirit to just, mingle and all that with the brothers to the point where he didn't have enough energy to go to the house. All right, read on.
Verse 10. And when they had told David, saying, Uriah went not down unto his house, David said unto Uriah, camest thou not from thy journey? Why then didst thou not go down unto thine house?
So you got to think David find out he wake up in the morning. He's hoping like my plan worked. Like I know Uriah, he done went and laid it down. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gotta worry about it when it come out. If it look like me, it might come up or whatever. But we'll just cross that bridge when we get to it. But as long as he went down and did that, I can worry about other stuff right now. And then he get the news like, hey, Uriah there. He slept night. Remember, when he brought the sister in there, you know what I'm saying? People knew. When he knocked her off, somebody heard. Oh, David. Somebody heard. So these the same people in the, in the castle, in the king house, up and down, around. You know what I'm saying? So they already know what David planned. People, you know what I'm saying? Hey, David, hey, your boy, he ain't gonna do what you thought he was gonna go do, bro. So you gotta think, David, like, damn, tell that man come here, man. Damn. Uriah coming there, bruh. Did you just come back from war, bro? What you doing? What you hanging out up here for? What? Come on, Doc. What do we do when we come back from war, bro? How you think little Nathan and Absalom came about, bro? I was fresh off a battle, bro. What you mean? That's what we do. We go home and we make love. They miss us. Why the hell was you here? What you doing, bro? Read.
And Uriah said unto David, the ark and Israel and Judah abide in tents. And my lord Joab and the servants of my lord are encamped in the open fields.
Come on.
Shall I then go into mine house to eat and to drink and to lie with my wife?
Uriah said, look, hey, some brothers, they weren't able to make it home yet. What I look like, my brothers, you know what I'm saying, they ain't able to make their journey. They up here, they talking, they chilling, they abiding. You know what I'm saying? What I look like going home and being, hey, he was in the spirit. Because a lot of brothers don't give a damn. A lot of brothers don't give a damn. Hey, we finna have, we finna be at the school for a little bit, getting the scriptures, chop it up, whatever. All right, shalom, brothers. Peace. I'm out. I don't know about y'all, but I got a rib at the crib. You know what I'm saying? And she over there looking like a baby back giant. You feel me? Honey glazed baby back rib. So I see y'all, Lord's willing, tomorrow. But Uriah was in the spirit like, nah, my brothers, they had this, you know what I'm saying? My brothers chilling at school, whatever, man. What the hell I look like going, getting some damn cuckoo? Man, that ain't going nowhere, man. For real. That ain't going nowhere. That's when Uriah replied to the king. Read.
As thou livest, and as thy soul liveth, I will not do this thing.
On you. Oh, you ain't finna go. You know how I get down. I'm Uriah the Hittite. For real. I'm the Hittite. You feel me? Nah, you know me. Read.
And David said to Uriah, tarry here today also, and tomorrow I will let thee depart.
So they was like, oh, okay, wait. Stay here again. Tomorrow I'll let you go back to the crib. Read.
So Uriah abode in Jerusalem that day and the morrow. And when David had called him, he did eat and drink.
So David, he made it to where he could muster up a good feast. Like, all right, stay another day then. 'Cause that way, I can prepare a feast. You can eat good, drink good. Because you know what wine do. You know what I'm saying? Wine put you in that mode. That go back to because you was like, not the feast. That shit. Brothers got the drink in them. And they battling with that demon. You know what I'm saying? And that you mingling all around the sisters. Bruh. I'm telling you. Hell yeah, on a feast day. Demon be on you hard as hell. David knew, like, hey, just stay another day. I'm going to get you right. I'm going to get you in the mood. For sure. For real. I'm telling you, bro, I'm telling you, that be the best, with your wife, with your spouse. After a feast day, you done, you know what I'm saying? Got some good old, whatever your beverage was, you go home, hey, for real. It's a feast. Ain't no fasting tonight. It be lit after the feast, you hear me? For real. So David knew what he was doing. Like, nah, I'm gonna get you in them. Don't worry. Go on and stay. I'm gonna get you right. Read.
And when David had called him,
You ain't gonna be saying that I'm gonna hang around the brothers after the morning. You hear me? You ain't gonna be saying that tomorrow. Mm-hmm. Read.
And when David had called him, he did eat and drink before him, and he made him drunk. And at even he went out to lie on his bed with the servants of his Lord.
Damn.
But went not down to his house.
So he didn't make this man drunk to where he didn't lay with Joab's servants. You know what I'm saying? For real. He done met before he could make it home. Yeah, man. Oh, little mama, no, you is, little mama. He ain't make it backfired on David. David got him feeling good and in the mode, but he was so in the mode he couldn't make it home. He stumbled on some servant sisters. You know what I'm saying? Hey, how long, little mama, you belong to? Hold on, let me show you something real quick. Let's show you how to Hittite get down. Yeah. Ooh, man, it's going to the Lord. Read on.
Verse 14. And it came to pass in the morning that David wrote a letter to Joab and sent it by the hand of Uriah.
So at this point, David see that nothing is availing. Like, brother should want to come home, smash his wife. He don't do that. I get him in the mood to go smash his wife. He don't make it to his damn wife. You know what I'm saying? You know what? Too much time going by. Her belly finna start showing. You know what I'm saying? Man, look, I'm finna have to handle this, the dumb way. Finna have to go the dumb way on this one. Read on.
And it came to pass in the morning that David wrote a letter to Joab and sent it by the hand of Uriah. And he wrote in the letter saying, Set ye Uriah in the forefront of the hottest battle, and retire ye from him, that he may be smitten and die.
Now, remember, this is David. King David, the prophet, the king, the mighty. But you remember how the elders was in Susanna. They was ashamed to declare they lust at first. And the spirit got so strong on them. You know what I'm saying? Like, look here, babe. We in love with you. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So David then got to the point, he's so deep off in this sin. He like, look. Now, maybe, because Joy, like I said, the Bible is very, there's a lot of time and weeks and conversations and people in the king house knew. Somebody might have related to Joab. Maybe David then went on. You know what I'm saying? We don't know what Joab already know. But let's just say he didn't know. He didn't know anything. David say, come here, Joab. Hey, make sure that nigga Uriah die today. You gotta think Joab. Remember, Joab was the devil too. So if he had a righteous bone in his body, he would have been like, hold on, Uriah, what the hell he do to you? Uriah put in work. The hell you mean retire from him so he can be spending die? David, you straight? What going on, David? You know what I'm saying? Like, hell no, that's my brother, that's my comrade. We ain't finna let Uriah die. Hell you talking about, David? Is you testing me? Is this a test? But nah, Joab, nah. I'm telling you, it's a strong possibility he already knew what the hell was going on. He knew David was trying different stuff and it wasn't working. Joab had this spirit like, what's up, man? You want me to offer nigga or what? You know what I'm saying? David didn't care. I mean, Joab did not care. He did not give a damn. He was he reminded me of, damn, what's a movie or something? Basically, you see the movies and stuff where, you got gangs or whatever, and you got that one dude that's willing to do whatever for the leader. He like to crash test dummy. He don't give a damn. Yeah, like Rico from Paid in Full. Alpo just got killed. That's crazy. It's funny that you said that. But yeah, just like a damn Rico from Paid in Full. Just like him. Like, oh, that's nothing. I got you, B. You know what I'm saying? For real, it's nothing. I got you. Shit, niggas get shot every day, B. You know what I'm saying? So that's probably what Joel was, shit, niggas die every day, B. Yeah, Uriah, like, the way he be out there, he probably was gonna die anyway. Yeah. I bet. I'm telling you, bro, he wasn't right. That's a good ass comparison of his character, though. He was like a damn Rico. That's crazy. Read on.
And it came to pass, when Joab observed the city, that he assigned Uriah into a place where he knew that valiant men were.
Damn. So Joab, he put him over to the squad that was going to go up against the hardest, the toughest ops that we had. You know what I'm saying? The ops that be giving us hell. Uriah, you be over there, that squad over there. You lead that squad. Read.
And the men of the city went out and fought with Joab. And there fell some of the people of the servants of David. And Uriah the Hittite died also.
So this plan worked. Murder. Blood spilled. Got him out the way. Now I ain't got to worry about this. You know what I'm saying? I done got him out the way. I ain't got to worry about it now. Mind you, this was your brother. You know what I'm saying? A warrior in your army. It took orders from you, loyal to you. You know what I'm saying? For real, remember from the first night. King, what I look like leaving? You know what I'm saying? Man, you know I love y'all. My wife can wait. I love y'all. This the type of man David wanted around him. But due to his lust, it turned into his sin. He had to X him out. Had to. But it turned into a loyal warrior. You know what I'm saying? That'll kill for you. Turned into a casualty of war. Not a casualty of war in the sense of him dying in a battle, but a casualty of the war of lust in your damn mind. You know what I'm saying? And that's what people don't be understanding. When you lose the battle to your lust and you commit things like adultery, you gotta think of the effect that has on a lot of people. You're an officer. You know what I'm saying? Think about the men under you, the effect that's gonna have on them. think about the kids and that you had a relationship with in the body, and you know what I'm saying? Maybe the kids of the adulteress that you laid down with. You know what I'm saying? They majorly affected by this stuff. But you know, they're just casualties of war. I mean, I just had to put me on my list. It is what it is. Shooting did all this damage to all these people. You gotta think all his fellow warriors and all that. They're like, damn, now Uriah, that's my boy. Damn, man, we lost one today, bruh. We lost one. What you was gonna say? I was talking to my.
Remind me of with Elijah and Malcolm. Malcolm was like very fervent in his squadron, basically, as being in Islam. So anything that was concerning wicked to him, he didn't want to hear it. And his zeal, like, yo, we gotta get rid of this dude. He too serious about this mission. And it looks like he's trying to remove me because of what I taught him. So like, no, we gotta get rid of this dude. We gotta kill him or something. Cause he doing too much. You created that though. You know, that's what was so crazy about with Uriah, you know. You created that warrior, you know.
Yep. Read on.
Verse 18. Then Joab sent and told David all the things concerning the war, and charged the messenger, saying, when thou hast made an end of telling the matters of the war unto the king, and if so be that the king's wrath arise, that he say unto thee, wherefore approach ye so nigh unto the city when you did fight? Know ye not that they would shoot from the wall? Who smote Abimelech, the son of Jerubasheth? Did not a woman cast a piece of millstone upon him from the wall, that he died in Thebez? Why went ye nigh the wall? Then say thou, thy servant Uriah the Hittite is dead also.
So Joab, he said, look, when you get a king to report, you know, because remember, it wasn't just Uriah that died. You know what I'm saying? Lives was lost because they had to go about the battle a certain way to ensure that Uriah got put to death. You see what I'm saying? So, you know, because David, he might forget. He might think, he might hear the details of how it went and be like, what the hell? Why the hell y'all know we don't battle like that. We don't, you know, we ain't that stupid. We got, you know, we dominate. We got good strategy. What the hell was y'all thinking out there? He said, look, messenger, if he get to tweaking on you, just let him throw in a little detail. You're serving Uriah, the Hittite is dead also. Now, the messenger don't know the reason why Joab saying that is because if it come to that, if you tell him that, it's all going to click with David. Like, oh, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I forgot they had to do it like that. Because, yep, he had to die. Yeah. Hey, Joab was no joke, man. He was a real problem, bruh. People like that, bruh, them be the ones out here catching all them bodies and stuff, bro. Like they reckless. They with the S words for real. Read on.
So the messenger went and came and showed David all that Joab had sent him for. And the messenger said unto David, surely the men prevailed against us and came out unto us into the field, and we were upon them even unto the entering of the gate. And the shooters shot from off the wall upon thy servants, and some of the king's servants be dead, and thy servant Uriah the Hittite is dead also.
Your servant Uriah the Hittite, your servant. People the messenger knew. Your servant, your guy, one of your good buddies. It said some of the king's servants be dead, and also Uriah the Hittite. He was a notable warrior. He died too. We lost him too. All right. Get 1 Ezra chapter 4, verse 26.
The book of 1 Ezra chapter 4, verse 26. Yea, many there be that have run out of their wits for women and become servants for their sakes.
So it says many have run out of their wits for women. Wits. Can we get the definition of wits real quick? I'm sorry. Let's get the definition of wits. W-I-T-S. Wits. Many have run out of their wits for women.
The definition of wit: mental sharpness and inventiveness, keen intelligence.
You know what that go with, right? That go with Susanna when it said they perverted their own mind, that they would not remember just judgments. You got to think David had real deal mental sharpness, keen intelligence. He was a prophet of the Lord. Guess what? All that went out the window. Bathsheba. I seen Bathsheba taking a bath, and she, boy. Sheesh. He lost all mental sharpness. And he thought, you gotta think, he thought he had some wisdom to try to get away with it. The Lord made sure, no. Hell no. For real. Go back to first address. Many have lost their good common sense, their intelligence over women. Damn. Read it again.
First Ezra chapter 4, verse 26. Yea, many there be that have run out of their wits for women.
You know what that's? Oh my God. All the precepts that I know. You gotta think, bro. That's how powerful that demon is. The beauty of a woman, you get to, man, I'm telling you, bro. The eyelids, the body, the skin, the walk, the talk. That's why he said don't deal with a singer. Don't hang around singers too much. I'm telling you, the voice of a woman, it will make you lose your damn mind. There's so many elements to the beauty of a woman. It said a man will go out of his wits. All the precepts, all the breakdowns, out the damn window. I'm telling you. That's why Paul was in the spirit. Said, let the women adorn themselves in modest apparel with shamefacedness and sobriety. I'm telling you, shamefaced. That's okay. The modest apparel is one thing, but you gotta be shamefaced. You gotta walk around like you ain't trying to be looked at. You know what I'm saying? For real, because I'm telling you, the beauty of a woman would drive a man insane. You know, and it's just charity. You know, some sisters, they watch and they like, this shit, they better get that shit together. Cause I'm going to rock my earrings. I'm going to be cute. I ain't inviting no man to lay down with me. You got to have charity, sis. I'm telling you, you know you pretty. You know you, man, just look, stay out of your brother's face. So when you is in their face, you know, putting in work, serving, whatever the hell, be mindful. Be shamefaced. Because brothers, they get to looking, they get to watching, they get to fantasizing, they get to thinking, they get to plotting, they get to scheming. And your ass mess around be Bathsheba. You know what I'm saying? Have another man's seed in your stomach. All right? Go back to first Ezra. Read it again.
First Ezra chapter 4, verse 26. Yea, many there be that have run out of their wits for women, and become servants for their sakes.
And become servants for their sakes. Role reversal. For real. What you want me to do for you? This R&B in the Bible. I drank your bath water. Nah. Stop it. Stop it. Let's not go there. But anyway, become servants for their sake. You submitting to her. What you need me to do? There's so many song lyrics for this scripture, bro. Damn. All right, read on.
Verse 27. Many also have perished, have erred, and sinned for women.
Many have perished, erred, and sinned for women. That's a, bruh. As a man, you gotta look at this scripture and you gotta put on the whole armor of God. I'd be damn. I'd be damn not go out like that. You know what I'm saying? For real. You know, hey, I love my sisters. You know what I'm saying? I love y'all. But hey, I'm gonna be applying the hell out some Rock 9, some Job 31. You know what I'm saying? Cause I'd be damn. I go out like that. For real. It's the mindset you gotta have. And don't be, like I said, you know, this was King David. The Spirit of the Lord was upon him, brothers. Don't be ignorant. Do not be ignorant. All right? Go to Sirach 41. We almost done. So, yeah, we done read. We done got through probably like 20% of the scriptures I had written down. So yeah, I'm gonna have to wrap it up. I might not do a part 3 because I got a lot of good stuff left that we didn't get to bring out. But we finna wrap it up though. Sirach 41 verse 17.
The book of Sirach, chapter 41 and verse 17. Be ashamed of whoredom before father and mother, and of a lie before a prince.
So right now he's giving a list of things to be ashamed of. All right, verse 21.
Verse 21. And to turn away thy face from thy kinsman.
Come on.
Or to take away a portion or a gift. Or to gaze upon another man's wife.
Woo! It's something to be ashamed of right there. To turn away your face from your kinsman, take away a portion or a gift. You gotta think, this in the category of being a Judas, a traitor, turn your back on your people. You know what I'm saying? You a finesser. You know, you finessing people. You know what I'm saying? You should be ashamed of that. You had to scam somebody with some money. You know what I'm saying? You turned your back on your brother. Your brother needed you. You gave him a cold shoulder. That's a damn shame. It's the same type of shame you supposed to feel. You gazing on another man's wife. For real. This scripture right here, just that alone. Watch this. Read verse 20.
Verse 20. And of silence before them that salute thee.
Read.
And to look upon an harlot.
So the bottom of verse 20 and the bottom of verse 21. It's a shame. You should be ashamed to look upon a harlot. You should be ashamed to gaze on another man's wife. Them two scriptures right there should help you brothers that battle with porn. Should help you brothers that work with attractive female co-workers. You know what I'm saying? For real, that should kick in when that happen. Like, hell no, this is a damn shame. You know what I'm saying? I should be ashamed of this right now. That should cause you to stop. It's a shame to gaze on another man's wife. Because look what it can lead to. It can lead to you actually having to spill your brother's blood. You know what I'm saying? Start a whole nother family. For real. A whole new lineage. It's a shame to gaze on another man's wife. To look up on a harlot. For real. You should be ashamed you looking at these porn star women. God said a harlot shall be accounted as spittle. You looking at her, she don't give a damn about her body. She don't value herself. She hate herself. She got her ass all up in the camera. She wearing all that so you could see her ass and see this and see that. And you looking at that and you enticed by that, you should be ashamed. You consider yourself a man of the Lord and that turns you on, you should be ashamed, brother. For real. That's the type of stuff we got to meditate on to help us. For real. But it said you should be ashamed to gaze on another man's wife. Get Job 31. We almost done. Just a few more scriptures, y'all. Just a few more. Job 31 and 1.
The book of Job, chapter 31 and verse 1. I made a covenant with mine eyes. Why then should I think upon a maid?
I want y'all to think about the word that I used a lot yesterday, that I used at the beginning of this class. Covenant. You gotta operate in the spirit of a covenant. Because when you operate, it don't matter what the hell going on. Yeah, my flesh want to do this and do that, but I'm bound. I'm bound to a covenant.
Right.
It is what it is. I'm not going to breach this contract. He said, I made a covenant with my eyes. Read it again.
I made a covenant with mine eyes. Why then should I think upon a maid?
Why then should I think upon a maid? What is Job letting you know? The eyes is the window to the soul. You look upon a harlot, guess what's going to formulate? Thoughts concerning what you would do with that harlot. You know what I'm saying? That's why he said I made a covenant with my eye. I ain't going to look more than 2-3 seconds. Because once I'm looking longer than that, I'm shooting a movie in my mind. It's lights, camera, action all up in here. He said, I made a covenant with my eye. Every last brother watching, listening, should have already established a covenant with their eyes concerning harlots and other men's wives. Like, nah. 3 seconds, that's it. I look longer than that, I'm in sin. I'm thinking upon this maid. Thinking bad things. A lot of bad things. Jump down to verse 9. This the heavy part though. This was Job's mindset that helped him apply this righteous thing to avoid dealing with this sin, getting into the sin of adultery. Read verse 9.
Verse 9. If mine heart have been deceived by a woman, or if I have laid wait at my neighbor's door.
Laid wait at my neighbor's door. Can't wait for that Negro to go to work. Go to war. I'm going to creep right on and I'm going to wear the white felt. For real. She going to wish she would have married a real nigga. It say, in my heart been deceived by a woman. So you got to think. Some women date. In the post we read yesterday, a brother was like, hey, I done smashed a few married women and I still got access to them. So brothers, it's beyond you just making a covenant with your eyes. You got to be mindful that there's sisters out here, you know, mainly in the world, but there might be some Bathshebas in here and some damn, you know, in the body. You got to be mindful. Remember, it's women out here that will deceive you. Hey, yeah, my Lord goes here, goes there. You know, he wants you to come and cut the yard or work on, you know, such and such in the house. And you get in there. She got her damn nightgown on, her little robe. You know what I'm saying? It's, you know, fans on in the house. She walking by, just blowing the robe all over the place. You done been deceived by a woman. You couldn't wait till he left to go over there and spend some time with his woman. And that's exactly what she wanted you to do. Telling you, bro, that's the how you being naive like that. Like, oh no, we ain't gonna that's my sister. Alright. Alright. Read verse 10.
Verse 10. Then let my wife grind into another.
Job said, if the devil hop on me that bad to lie wait at my neighbor's door, my brother, you know what I'm saying? That trust me, that wouldn't think I would ever do such a thing. If I was the devil hopped on me that bad, then let another dude grind on my wife. Yeah. Let Pleasure P find his way in my damn bedroom with my wife then. For real. Grind on me. For real. Let a man do that with my wife. If I do that with another man's wife. Read.
And let others bow down upon
Let
her.
another man blow her back out. Bow down upon her. That's a, you know what I'm saying? That's a different type of stroke right there. If I do that to another man, let a brother kill my wife, Cooter. For real. Beat it down. For real. That's what Joe was in the spirit, man. Would no man dare say that? We so selfish. We so,
Right. Exactly.
you know what I'm saying? Nah, hell no. I wouldn't want no nigga to do this, what I'm doing to this woman with my woman. Nah, hell no. Joe said, look, if I get the devil on me to do that, man, have a brother that beat the walls down. Come through with the bulldozer. You know what I'm saying? For real. Read on.
For this is an heinous crime.
God said, this is a heinous crime. Let's pull up the definition of heinous. Now, I got it pulled up already, unless y'all X'd it out. All right.
The definition of heinous, adjective, of a person or wrongful act, especially a crime, utterly odious or wicked.
Utterly odious or wicked. Wicked, evil, atrocious, monstrous, disgraceful, abominable, reprehensible, abhorrent, awful, outrageous, hateful, inexcusable. Inexcusable. Unforgivable. Hey, read that again. Take that off the screen. Let's see what Job said about adultery. Read it again.
Verse 11. For this is an heinous crime.
Uh-huh.
Yea, it is an iniquity to be punished by the judges.
By the judges. They should have the authority to have you stoned. That's what Job's saying. So think about it. This is a heinous crime. It say inexcusable. Now, y'all might have thought that I went away from the story of David. No, we still on it. We still on it. Just showed y'all, he went out his wits. He sinned for the sister. He committed the sin with her and then sinned for her. Killed her damn husband. Right? He was gazing up on another man's wife. But Job said, look, if I was to do that, let another man beat my wife box down. All this stuff is still relating to the story of David. Let's go back now. 2 Samuel chapter 12. It didn't just end there. Uriah died. David, whoo. All right. Nah, hell no. It was not over. For real, the scriptures came to life. 2 Samuel 12 and 8.
The book of 2 Samuel, chapter 12 and verse 8. And I gave thee thy master's house, and thy master's wives into thy bosom, and gave thee the house of Israel and of Judah. And if that had been too little, I would moreover have given unto thee such and such things.
So here you got the prophet Nathan in there talking to David. And he's speaking, thus said the Lord. And it just goes to show you, like, the adultery, yes, the act was it was with your brother's wife. You know what I'm saying? But when it was in your mind, you made up your mind to do it. You disregarded me. You know what I'm saying? That's what the Lord is saying. Look, I gave you multiple wives already. I gave you everything your heart desired, and if that wasn't enough, all you had to do was holler at me, and I would have gave you whatever you wanted. This the Lord. Look. This is me and your relationship right here, David. You think you just betrayed Uriah? No. When you made up your mind to do it, you forgot about me. You forgot about me. David, you my servant. You put in much work for me. I would have worked it all out for you, bro. You know what I'm saying? When you made up your mind to do that evil against me, I'm telling you that's why Christ said what he said. It's you committed in your mind, really with the Lord. For real. Keep reading, verse 9.
Verse 9. Wherefore hast thou despised the commandment of the Lord?
You despised Exodus 20 and 14. You despised Exodus 20 and 17. You despised the commandment of the Lord. Hell, you despised Leviticus 19 and 11. You despised the Exodus 20 and 13. You know what I'm saying? You despised all of these things. For real. Despised the commandment of the Lord. To do what?
To do evil in his sight?
To do evil in his sight. Pretty sure he didn't invite nobody in to see how he was smashing Uriah's wife. You know what I'm saying? I don't think they had cameras. I don't think he made a flick out of it like R. Kelly or nobody. You know what I'm saying? So, as far as men goes, it was just him and her in the room. Right? But look what the Lord said. You did this evil in my sight. You might have been able to hide it from the nation of Israel. But I was looking the whole damn time. The whole entire time. My eyes was on you. Read.
Thou hast killed Uriah the Hittite with the sword, and hast taken his wife to be thy wife, and hast slain him with the sword of the children of Ammon.
You. Not only did you take your brother out, you did it by the hand of the Ammonites, your enemy. You got to think, remember Saul had Doeg the Edomite kill all the priests? You remember that? Like, David, you turning into the nigga that I replaced with you. You see what I'm saying? You turning into that nigga, the reason why you king now, that I had to move out the way. You turning into him. Read.
Now therefore, the sword shall never depart from thine house, because thou hast despised me, and hast taken the wife of Uriah the Hittite to be thy wife.
So it said, you have despised. Notice what the Lord is saying, the order in which he addressing him. You despised the commandment of the Lord to do this evil and kill Uriah and XYZ. He said, you have despised me and taken away. It starts with you betraying the Lord first in your minds. Hosanna 1 and 9. You're not looking into heaven. You're not remembering just judgment. In order for you to do these evil things towards your brethren, you gotta make up your mind to betray the Lord first. You gotta make it up in your mind, like, to hell with your commandments. And then you do the evil with your neighbor or against your neighbor. You see what I'm saying? You gotta make up your mind to despise the Lord first. Hatred and idolatry. All sin boils down to them two. Read on.
Thus saith the Lord, behold, I will raise up evil against thee out of thine own house. And I will take thy wives before thine eyes.
I will do what?
And I will take thy wives before thine eyes.
God, he telling him his judgment. I'm going to take your wife. Remember what Job said. If I was to do this, let a man bust down my wife.
Damn.
God said, hast thou not read, Job? You don't know me? Guess what? Since you done did what you did, I'm going to take your wives and do what?
And give them unto thy neighbor.
And do what?
And give them unto thy neighbor.
The cold part was he didn't tell him who the neighbor would be. We going to show him. We ain't going to jump the gun, though. But he didn't tell him which neighbor. It could have been, a servant in the castle. It could have been Joel. You know what I'm saying? It could have been, just a regular old Israelite somewhere around the corner. Neighbor. That's vague. That's vague. I'm going to give your wives to your neighbor. Read.
And he shall lie with thy wives in the sight of this son.
In the sight of this son. What does this mean? This means broad daylight in front of everybody. Everybody gonna see it. Read. You gotta think that's embarrassing. Cause, we looking back, we reading, we like, damn, you're right. We feel bad for the brother. But one thing that he didn't have to go through, per se, was the open embarrassment. But I'm pretty sure a lot of brothers and sisters that was moving around in the king's house, they knew what happened. Every time they see Raya, they probably like, no, bro, stay in the spirit. You know what I'm saying? Right. But it wasn't, open embarrassment. David did it behind closed doors. God said, nah, I'm going to have your wives with an S taken by your neighbor. And he going to smash them in the sight of the sun. Read on.
For thou didst it secretly.
You did your deed secretly. You plotted, you schemed, you went behind brothers' back, you hid it, you had people, on the hush. You did it secretly. But read.
But I will do this thing before all Israel.
I will do this thing before what?
All Israel.
Read.
And before the sun.
I'm going to make sure everybody see your wives getting smashed, getting adulterized. You got to think like, damn. We be like, because the judgment of Leviticus 20 and 10, David was supposed to die. Like the Lord have mercy and grace on David. Like, woo, David looked up. The sword shall never depart from your house. You know what I'm saying? There's going to be chaos in your house amongst your sons, your daughters. You know what I'm saying? He didn't know. You got to think what all that entails. Your daughter got raped by your son. Then his brother killed him for doing that. But he ended up getting killed. And then, you know what I'm saying? Then when your son rises up to be king, he got to kill one of your other sons because he, you know what I'm saying? Like just bloodshed everywhere. All with David, rape victims, death by their own brothers. All type of stuff. By his own servant, Joab. Remember Joab killed, Bruh. And your wife's going to be violated in front of everybody. You got to think. The Lord don't play. We be like, rated R, certain stuff happen. Certain stuff come on the screen. We hide our children's eyes. God said, no. All Israel got to see that nasty ass sight. Your wives against men. But the Lord don't play. The Lord do not play. The judgment on David, that's grace. That's mercy. But Christians, they have no idea. They have no idea what the hell they talking about when they mention grace and mercy. This is grace and mercy. David, I'm going to give you hell. I'm going to give you hell and your kids hell for what you did. That's why, remember, it's a heinous crime. That means it's inexcusable. You can't get away with that. The Lord not letting that slide, bruh. The Lord is not letting that slide. It is inexcusable. Last scripture, 2 Samuel 16, verse 22.
The book of 2 Samuel, chapter 16, and verse 22.
Uh-huh.
So they spread Absalom a tent upon the top of the house.
Up on the top of the house where everybody can see. The top of the king's house. Read.
And Absalom went in unto his father's concubines.
Stop. Absalom went into his father's concubines. Absalom was the son of who? Who was his father? David. The Lord just said, I'm going to give your wives to your neighbor. This neighbor just so happened to be his flesh and blood son. His seed. And remember, Absalom, he was the handsome son with the long hair. Had the long, pretty hair. He was a pretty boy. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm going to have that one. That's going to be the neighbor. It said Absalom did what?
And Absalom went in unto his father's concubines in the sight of all Israel.
Absalom went in. He went in. You got to think just one man in all David concubines. Absalom was putting in work. Absalom took a damn spiritual Viagra, you hear me? For real. Damn, my own son. You got to think these women was in his life as, mothers. They didn't probably, maybe one or two of them breastfed him. You know what I'm saying? Or something like that. Them growing up and changed his diaper. Potty trained them and, cooked them food, And he's smashing them. Smashing them. And this was of the Lord. This was of God. Saying on the mic.
No, I'm just thinking, like, you know how Bathsheba was naked on the roof. And the Most High, I'm gonna think about thousands of naked women going into one place and coming out naked, and everybody see that. Like, that's crazy. That's crazy as hell.
Damn. Yeah. This man's son. That was his judgment. So we gotta consider stuff like this. These demons get on us and we get to lusting after harlots and other men's wives and stuff like that. Brothers, it's a price to pay. It's an inexcusable sin. It's a heinous crime. It's always going to be a price to pay. Brothers can't stone you or nothing. I'm telling you that. It's going to be worse. That's a worse judgment. Think about what the Lord, think about this. Think about this moment. Your wives being defiled by your own son in front of everybody. Everybody. Then your daughter then got raped and the brothers killing each other. Chaos, hell in your household for generations. Yeah, you might look, Lord, let me bear my sin so that won't none of that happen. You know what I'm saying? That's worse than just taking a death for yourself and your blood being upon you. You know what I'm saying? But this is the grace and mercy that we, are so thankful for. You're going to fall into the hands of the Lord, man. It's going to be ugly. And for you sisters, too. Hey, how much worse would it be for y'all, guys? Y'all reminded of things y'all done did every month. You know what I'm saying? David sin ain't get us no damn period, nah. For real, y'all already, hey, I'm telling y'all, the Lord didn't mark y'all. So just imagine y'all fall into that, man. Look, Lord gonna jack y'all ass up, boy. For real. So we all gotta be mindful of this stuff, meditate on this stuff. We got to think about this continuously, because as the world grow more wicked, and there's more images pushed and all, I'm telling you, if I just put my damn Facebook timeline like this to the camera and scroll through it, eventually y'all going to see some damn ass. It's going to be an ad, it's going to be an app, it's going to be something that would just pop up for no damn reason. That's the world that we living in. So with that being said, and this flesh ain't going no damn where. A lot of brothers, we came from the world, we done it, we know how it feel to smash women that we not married to. So that flesh, that desire is always there. And it's only going to grow stronger and stronger in the world as far as being pushed on you. So we got to constantly push these scriptures, these stories, the things from the foretime to the forefront of our minds. Because I'm telling you, bro, this demon is not regular. It's not a regular demon. All right? So look, Most High in Christ bless. Shalom. Pray y'all was edified. Shalom. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. Pray y'all took good notes. And stay in the spirit. All right? There's more demons to come. I'm telling you, look, we got to dive deep into this stuff. We not just going over the same little basic stuff, the same little precepts and all of that, just reading them and not. Nah, we gonna start dissecting this stuff. If sin and the desire to do evil grow stronger, guess what? Our understanding gotta grow stronger. We gonna paint the picture. We gonna make it vivid and clear for our help, to help us. You know what I'm saying? So be ready. There's going to be more topics like this and etc. So all praise to the Most High God for that. Shalom.
We used to scream black power while Heron was pushed. But at the end of the day, nothing's in vain. IUIC has been given a vision. The tents of Judah has risen. Many has attempted the mission, minor murmuring, omitting, and missing the mark. Just reading that he had the flame of fire in his eyes gave us the spark. We on Paul's mission. We out on the road, purple and gold, from Mexico, Cuba, Haiti, Ghana, Sierra Leone. 144,000 boots banging, concrete crackling. These are our men repented at heart. The scriptures is proof. IUIC, we deliver the truth.